Happy holidays, everyone. Have you ever wondered how to make the most juiciest and moist turkey? Stay tuned and see how I make my delicious herb buttered turkey. You will not be disappointed. Welcome. So for my turkey here, I'm drying it off really well. I had washed it with some lemon and now I'm drying it off. You have to make sure you dry this really well. So you see I'm trying to remove this plastic thing that comes on the turkey. I do not bake my turkey. Some people do bake it with that. I don't. I remove it. So the in the inside cavity of the turkey, I took out all of the giblets and the neck, and they have like the parts in there. You can use that for your gravy. So this is it here. I took it out. You don't have to use this for the gravy, but if you want to have extra gravy, you can use that, because I usually use the drippings from the turkey for my gravy. So if you're making a lot of gravy, you could use that, saute it with onions and stuff, and put some chicken stock, and make your gravy. And I will show you how I make my gravy at the end of this video. So right now I'm just drying this off really dry. You want this turkey to be really dry, because we have to put all of the seasonings and marinade on this, and we're going to do it overnight. That helps the turkey to be nice and crispy when you bake it. So right now I'm just drying it off. Once all the water is off, because as I said, I washed it with lemon. Once all the water is off, I am going to season this up with the dry rub. So I'm just making sure I tuck everything in, because I have to stuff the inside cavity of the turkey. So you want to make sure that everything is stuffed in there, tucked in really well at the back, because you don't want anything falling out. So for my dry rub, these are all the seasonings. I'll leave all the measurements in the description, and you'll be able to see how much of these, what I used, and the measurements. This is my butter. I have 4 sticks of butter here. I also have some olive oil, and then I have all my fresh herbs. You'll see how I put this together. So right now I am going to take the olive oil. Well, first I'm going to put the turkey into this pan to season it up. It's just better this way, because this is what I am going to marinate it overnight in. So I put it in there right away. So this is the dry rub. I'm going to mix all of the spices together, and then I'm going to put the olive oil all over the turkey, because the olive oil will help these dry herbs here and seasoning to stick onto the turkey. So definitely use olive oil. You can also use melted butter, which I am also using, but for this step I'm using olive oil. So right now I'm just mashing my butter. You want this to be nice and soft. So my butter was room temperature. You have to make sure leave it out for a few hours so that it's nice and soft, because I didn't use like actual melted butter. I just used the room temperature, and I'll show you what I did with this. So I'm adding in a little olive oil to soften up the butter a little more. It's already soft because it's room temperature. I left this out for a few hours, but I'm putting a little olive oil just to soften it up a little more. Once that is all nice and creamy, we're going to add in all the herbs, fresh herbs. So I have rosemary, I have sage, I have thyme, and as I said, all of these ingredients will be in the description. The measurements, everything will be in the description. So I'm going to put all of these nice chopped herbs in there. This is my herb butter that I'm going to use to put under the skin of my turkey. Now I have some green seasoning here, some Trini green seasoning. I have a recipe for this on my channel. I will also leave the link for this in the description. To make it easy for you, you can also buy this green seasoning in the store. They have it in the Spanish groceries or the Caribbean markets. It's all up to you, but if you want to make it homemade, just go down in the description and you will see the link for this recipe. So I'm mixing all of this up, this nice seasoned butter. I mean, it smells so good. The herbs, all the fresh herbs is just coming through that butter. It's so good. And rosemary is so perfect for roasting. Anytime you're doing any type of roast, it could be chicken. I also have a chicken video like this that I'm going to put in the description also, so check that out. So this is my herb butter here, my dry rub, my olive oil, and we're gonna start rocking and rolling here with this turkey. I am so excited about this because this turkey is gonna be so moist, and I am not using any injectors. I'm not brining it. I'm not doing any of that, and my turkey is so moist. So I'm just putting on my gloves and I'm going to start working on this turkey. So I'm just putting the olive oil all over the turkey, and I'm going to just rub that, just massage that olive oil all over where I'm going to put that dry rub. So this is how you're going to season this up. You just want this to be well seasoned because this is a very big bird. The size of this bird is it's about a 12-pound. This is a 12-pound turkey. You could do between 12 and 15 pounds. You could do a bigger turkey too. It will be the same, same measurements. You just have to generously season this. So I'm just opening up the skin. I'm kind of releasing it off of the breast because this is where I am going to put some of that dry rub. I'm going to put some of that dry rub inside there before I stuff it with the herb butter. So right now I'm just trying to release the skin. So you have to take your time with this because you don't want to poke any holes in the skin, because once you stuff that with the butter will start running out and it won't keep your turkey nice and moist. So you have to take your time and just push your hands in there and just keep working it through, and then it will kind of release so that you could stuff it and season it up really well. So that's what I was doing here. I kind of lifting it up the skin so that I could get that nice herbs, the seasoning and everything on the inside. Even right there by the thigh, you just kind of open up the skin there and don't rip it. Please don't rip it because you want this to stay intact where your turkey will stay nice and moist. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of releasing it down as far as I can, and that's for the thigh because you just want this herbs and seasoning to be all over your turkey. So I'm just seasoning this up real good. I flipped it over, rubbed it all over. This rub is so good, and if it gets dry, just add a little more olive oil and just keep rubbing all of that in. Once you're done with the dry rub, I'm going to start stuffing in the butter under the skin. This is what creates that nice moist turkey. So right now I'm putting in some lemon zest and orange zest. This also gives a really nice flavor to your herb butter. So I'm just putting in the zest and then I'm going to cut it in half and squeeze some of the juices from the orange and the lemon. So I'm using both. If you don't have a zester, you could even use a grater for this. Just grate it, but don't grate it down too much. Just kind of move it around, move it around, move it around, so that you get the zest from the lemon and orange. So right now I'm just squeezing in the lemon and the orange. That gives it such a nice citrus taste to that butter. It's just everything come together is gonna be so delicious. So I'm starting to use my hand here. I'm just going to take my hands and just mix that butter real good, and then I'm going to just stuff this butter all on the inside of this turkey. You work it down, you put it in, and you just keep working it down. You see what I'm doing? I'm putting it on there and I'm just pressing so because you want this butter to get as far as it could all over, in the thighs, under the breast, over the breast, just as far as you can get it. Just push it, move it down, smooth it out, and just get all that butter in there. But I didn't use all, actually. I left some back, and you will see what I'm going to do with it. So once this is all nice and stuffed, and you see that, you will see when you had enough, but still leave some back for the next step that I have to show you. So this turkey is going to marinate overnight. I even leave my turkey for 2 nights. You could marinate this for 2 nights. This one I did for just 1 night. So now I'm stuffing the inside cavity with the citrus fruits. I'm putting in onions and my herbs. As I said, all the measurements and everything will be in the description. You will know what herbs I used and everything. So I'm just stuffing this in. So now I'm just trussing the turkey. The trussing is just tying a yarn. You get this yarn at any grocery store. This helps to keep the turkey intact, keep all the insides, like everything that you stuffed on the inside, intact. And it also keeps the legs from spreading apart. I don't know if you ever saw that, like when you make a turkey and you don't truss it like this, it just opens up and it doesn't look too cute. So this is what this does. That's the 2 purposes of it. That's why I do it. And that helps a lot. So now the turkey is out of the refrigerator. I left it out for about an hour just to come to room temperature, close enough to room temperature where it will cook evenly. So right now I'm going to tuck the wings under like this. This stops the wing from burning. If you leave that out, it's going to burn and it won't be too enticing either when you're eating it, or even the look of it. So always tuck it under like that. So the remaining herb butter that I had in the bowl, I melted it, and now I am just spreading that all over the turkey, everywhere. I'm just brushing that on there, spreading it, and that is going to be the last step for a turkey. I baked this turkey at 350 for about, so what I did, I set my thermometer. I'm going to show you my special thermometer here that I have. The link for this thermometer is also going to be in the description if you're interested in this thermometer. It's a very handy dandy thermometer that I do not do without. Anytime I'm roasting anything, chicken, turkey, whatever, I use this holder thermometer. It is so perfect for when you're doing this. You don't have to worry about opening up your oven every minute to check your turkey. So this has a timer on it. It also has the temperature, so you can set it for 165, which is what I set mine on for my turkey, and that's what you set it for poultry, or at 165. I set it for about 2 hours, but my turkey actually cooked for 3 hours. So once it went off, the temperature did not go up, so I put on more time, and I'm going to show you how I knew that the temperature didn't go up. So I'm going to put this into the thickest part of the turkey, and that's right there in that position there. You don't want it to hit the bone. Make sure it hits the thickest part right there between leg and the breast, the thickest part right there. So this part of the this probe is stuck into the turkey, and then the other part stays on the outside. That's why I love this thermometer. So now I'm gonna put it in the oven, and here you see I set it at 165 for the 2 hours, and the other part is on the inside. This is so cool. So when it's done, it's gonna start beeping, and then you will know, all right, turkey's done. So you see my turkey reached up to 165 because I added more time. So this is my finished turkey. I plated it up here, I put it on a nice little platter, and I garnished it. It is so nice and just glistening. I just love how this turkey came out, and it smells so good. So I'm going to cut this turkey up, but before I cut it up, I am going to make a gravy from the drippings from the turkey. The gravy is optional. It's up to you if you like, the gravy. Some people don't like gravy. I love gravy. So right now I'm melting some butter, and I strained the dripping from the pan. And now I'm adding in some flour. As I said, all the measurements will be in the description. So I'm putting in some flour here, and we are making a roux. A roux is just putting equal parts of butter and flour, and you want to just cook this flour in here. That helps to thicken the sauce. So once this gets nice and cooked, you will see it will start changing color and getting a little thick. You're gonna add in the drippings, the strained drippings in there. There's other ways to make your gravy. You can use chicken stock, and as I said, you can use the giblets that you took out from the inside of the turkey cavity, and saute that, and you can make your gravy. But this is how I make my gravy. Very easy, very quick. And now I'm going to just whisk in that strained drippings in there, and this is what makes my gravy. And that's it. I season this up. You put salt and pepper to taste. If you want to put a little more herbs, but that has all that herbs, all the drippings from that turkey, the buttery stuff that came out of that turkey is in there already, so it's already tasty. I just had to put a little salt and just make it taste really well. And now I'm just whisking this to make sure I get rid of any lumps, and that's it for my gravy. It's nice and thick. The flour thickened that like that because the gravy was not, the drippings was not this thick. The drippings is very like liquidy. So this is done. And yeah, now we're going to cut this turkey up and drizzle this nice gravy on there. So look at this, guys. This turkey is so moist. I mean, turkey usually come out like really dry. It tends to come out dry, but this recipe you really gotta try this for your Thanksgiving or your Christmas dinner. And I'm just drizzling that delicious gravy all over it. As I said, this is optional. You can do this at your table and everyone can take their gravy. I just did it like this because this is how I like it. This was so good. It was well seasoned. The turkey was moist. Look at that. It's just one of the best turkey recipes that you can ever try. So I really hope that you guys try this. So this is me just enjoying this turkey. It's just one of the most delicious recipes that you can ever have on your Thanksgiving table. You won't be disappointed. So please like, subscribe, and share this video, and click the bell so that you can see all the videos that I'll be posting on here. And always remember, my food is cooked with passion and served with love. God bless. Bye. Happy holidays.